for this gesture, I want you to clap for yourself first. Because it's a notable gesture. Notable journey that we've had. Which I am sure after this journey, your life will never remain the same. And I know that everybody is a winner. But whoever I imagine is a winner, I'm sure that God will take you to places, and also God will take all of you to places. Amen. Okay, without wasting time, I'm a man of few words, but I have to say something. Alright? We are all gathered here because we all want to succeed. And I will start with success. We can't talk about business without talking about success. And there is no way we can talk about getting there without having a mindset of being successful. Like I tell people, life is a journey. And whatever you meet in that journey, you are equal to the task. Whatever God allows you to meet in your journey of life, it simply means you can overcome it. That's why you allowed it in the first place. So anybody that sees a challenge as a problem or as a setback, you start having it because it's a kind of a channel you should build your blocks of growth. Challenges, issues, setbacks, and all of that. Tell you stories of others. I will start by telling you my own personal story before I go into how you can as well be a successful businessman. Success is not measured on how much you have, it's on the satisfaction of what you have. Success is not measured who derived and where you are. For instance, Mr. A have a Porsche car. I have right to say I didn't want to have a Porsche car. It's not greed. It becomes greed when I have a small Toyota in my house and envy works together. The word consistently. Because it will finally take them to the area. Only a good that gives money in Nigeria. By God's grace, I've been to at least more than 20 countries in the world, at least. I have seen how men made it in life. But the list of money on earth is Yahoo money. I can tell you that. I'm a lawyer. And I have seen it all in life, despite my young age actually. But when you start life on time, which no time is late, you are not late. It's all about wearing that shoe, whether it's paining you or whether it's not paining you. You are wearing that shoe so hard. Whether it's comfortable or not comfortable. The problem is that we always look for a comfortable shoe to wear. Nobody likes discomfort. But making discomfortability comfortability makes you grow. What did I say? Making discomfortability comfortability makes you what? Grow. You cannot grow by quoting scriptures, by going on IBGs. I'm not condemning that. You cannot grow by listening to a man every day. You can only grow by taking a step. Now the question is, what step am I ready to take after this house? What is my next plan after this house? Am I here for the fun of it? Am I here for the social aspect of it? Or am I truly here for the growth? I'm sure all of us are here for the growth. Let me just take you 5 minutes story of my personal life. A lot of people used to ask me, I talk as if I have never suffered in life, but the truth is that I have never suffered. I say that who cares the rest? God has been helpful. Not that I have never seen challenges. It's different from suffering. That's what people don't understand. When you see you are suffering, when God is training you to be the best version of yourself, is it suffering? I say to those that cares to listen, I don't know what is called suffering, and I have never suffered. And I'm not going to suffer. My future is not going to suffer. My kids are not going to suffer. It's all about how you lay your life. Okay, I started my life as a young boy at the age of 12. I want to be short as possible. The story is very long, but I want to make it as short as possible. At the age of 12, going to 13, like few months to 13, my daddy called and said, young man, from henceforth I see that a lot of brilliant people are in your class. I make you an offer of 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. If you are able to get first, second, and third position respectively. You understand what I'm saying? If you are taking first position, I'll give you 300, second, I'll give you 200, third position, I'll give you 100. When my daddy was saying this, I was on 11th position, and I was 97.3%. You understand? 11th. But I am on 97 point what? But I took 11th position. So we need to understand the kind of challenge, kind of class I found myself, kind of brilliant students I found myself. So I told that, I said I need to call them. If I am on 97, that means I'm not going to fail anything for me to be able to take first or second. Because I cannot remember having more than, of course, all our A's. Maybe you have like 59 over 60 in 4 papers or 5 papers and all of that. And you are taking 11th. It's scary. But when I had money, money is a motivation. And I have somewhere I want to be in the nearest future. By the special grace of God, I'm not from that family that a strongly family, let me use that word. All right. So when I had money, and you know, another thing, when you're not from a struggling family, the first word you hear every day is, if you are depending on my money, I will sell it and give it to the orphanage homes. Have you had it before for your life? Yeah. That's what they will tell you, as if you don't have a house to live. If anybody is depending on me, you see, once I want to die, I will sell everything I have. So that notion already, I don't really care about what you have, that, right? I don't want to take whatever that comes from. He's already in me as a small boy, looking at him, thinking about what next to play in life. I have to go and read. After reading, I still got 11th. Come and tell you lies that it was so small, it is not true. A lot of hard work. And I still got 98.2, and I still got 11th. The question is how and what do others do that I'm not doing? Probably that should be of my assessment. So you have to start early to prepare. I prepared early, and God bless, I got 3rd position at 99.5%. The other part is a long time. And as God will have it, Daddy gave me my first 100,000 in life. The question is, what will a 13-year going to 14 years? You know, time was flying as I am talking. You know, It's not a static, it's not a Nigerian movie. It takes a lot of time. Alright, so what would a 30-year-old boy going to 40 do with 100,000? I thought about so many things I can do. I don't know. I called upon our driver, say, take me, I want to buy a land. I don't want this money to go. I want to invest in land. The young man looked at me. You know, I'm very tall.
Yes.
Imagine my height at 13 going to 14. I should be taller than Goliath.
Yes.
So he looked at me again and said, don't allow them to put you inside the bag. I said, take me to where they sell lands. Let's make comparisons. That's why I have you as a big boy. Pretend you are the one buying, but I really want to sign. That was how we started looking for lands. I grew up where they call Oka, the capital city of Anambra. My father was a politician, so because of that we made it. So I grew up there as a young boy. So at the end of the day, I found a land at Ifitoka, what they call Ifitoka. I purchased the land for 100,000 naira. Damn, so many years ago. And I thought about what to do. I have to divide the land into 10,000 naira. It becomes two lands, right?
Yes.
Half plot of land. So when I divide it into two, I now look for money, fence it completely. And I spent like 16 or 17,000 naira to fence, dwarf fence, not that kind. So I'm now selling it as, I now told my dad, if I say I will register real estate company, so that I will sell it as I am doing real estate, not that I am just what they call a money selling land and all. Then he said, I think it's good. Politicians, there's nothing they cannot do. He got the company registered because I was still underage to have those stuff. But you know, Nigeria is nothing that is famous because of Canada. But the most important thing is that I got myself registered. Alright? And that was how I sold it as a real estate company. And I sold it for 100,000 each of those lands. Because it's fenced. This thing took like 4 to 6 months before the sales. It's not magic. And I made 200,000 plus some other fees they paid. I think the total money I got there was like 220,000. And I met that same family. I told him, I'm going to give you 200,000, but this time I'm giving you 5,000. Give me more lands. I'll be paying you people small. I told my daddy called them.